Hello children, how are you doing? Let me think you're safe. So we are with the P5 class. Wow, we're starting from where we ended last time. But before we continue from where we ended, we need to remind ourselves of what we looked at. So through what we looked at, we are going to look at only two key words. We're going to look at the clockwise and the anti-clockwise movement. We're looking at the clockwise and anti-clockwise movement. So when they talk of the clockwise movement, children, I told you this is the forward movement, a movement that is well shown by the hands of the clock face in our sitting rooms. When we observe the hands of the clock face, they show the clockwise movement. And then when they talk of the anti-clockwise movement, this is a backward movement. So for today, children, we are going to look at the clockwise and anti-clockwise turn. I've already said the clockwise turn is a forward movement, or somebody can say the right-hand movement. I emphasize, look at the hands of the clock face in the sitting room. If the clock face is working very well, its hands will be moving forward, or else they will be moving to the right hand. Then when it comes to the anti-clockwise movement, it's a backward movement, or somebody can say a left-handed movement. So for today, we're looking at those two. And in looking at these two, we are going to put them in the day-to-day life. So these two examples that we're going to have today are going to be emphasizing the clockwise and anti-clockwise movement in the day-to-day life. For example, example number 1 here is saying, a boy was facing the north. He turned clockwise to face southeast. What angle did he make? I repeat, a boy was facing north. He turned clockwise to face southeast. What angle did he make? Now, when we look critically at this question, the key points that we need to consider is the clockwise movement. Then we look at the original direction, which is the north, and then the new direction, which is the southeast. When we look at the original direction, it needs us to draw a compass with the cardinal points. But then when we come to the new direction, this requires us to indicate even the semi-cardinal points. So as we draw our compass, we are going to indicate the cardinal and semi-cardinal points. But remember, the cardinal points have each space containing 90 degrees. But when we indicate the semi-cardinal point, each right angle, each 90 degrees is divided into two equal parts. Therefore, there would be 90, the space containing 90. Here becomes 45. For each space you think, it contains 45 degrees. So, as we interpret the question, remember saying this boy was facing the north. He turned clockwise, meaning he made a right hand movement. The boy made a right hand movement. He made a forward movement to the southeast. So since this boy made a clockwise movement to the southeast, our yellow arrow is showing that the boy originally was facing the north. He moved and turned to the southeast. Therefore, this boy covered 3 spaces. Remember, each space contains 45 degrees. Therefore, what we do? We shall get 45 degrees times 3. Where do we get the 3? The 3 spaces that are shown in between the different directions that were covered by the boy. Therefore, 45 degrees times 3. When we multiply here, we shall get 3 times 5, which is 15. Write 5 and keep the 1 up. Then 3 times 4 is 12. 12 plus the 1 that we kept up gives us 13. Therefore, this boy covered an angle of 135 degrees. If not done using multiplication, somebody can even do the same question using addition. Please add 45 degrees plus 45 degrees plus 45 degrees. When we add the 3, we shall also get the same angle, which is 135 degrees. So we go to question number 2. Question number 2, children, is saying a girl was facing the west. She turned through an angle of 90 degrees anti-clockwise. In which direction did she end? I repeat, a girl was facing the west. She turned through an angle of 90 degrees anti-clockwise. In which direction did she end? So, when we look at this question critically, we have the original direction, which is the west. Now this girl turned through an angle of 90 degrees anti-clockwise. She used the left hand movement from the west. She moved using the left hand and covered an angle of 90 degrees. Remember, I said on a compass, when we indicate only the cardinal point, each space contains 90 degrees. Therefore, from the west, if we are to cover 90 degrees, we shall end up in the south. Therefore, this girl's new direction would be the south. Therefore, this girl ended into the south. Are we there, children? The girl ended into the south. Observe it properly, children. You can also make that compass at your home. You can draw it on the ground. Give yourself different angles. You can use the angles that are made by the semi-cardinal points and the angles that are made by the cardinal points. Try different activities, try different numbers. You remember, mathematics, it becomes easy with continuous practice. With continuous practice, mathematics will become easier. After seeing those 2 examples, I think my children can attempt some numbers for me to find out whether they were very attentive in the lesson. So activity number 1 is saying, Linda turned from the north to the northeast anti-clockwise. Linda turned from the north to the northeast anti-clockwise. Through which angle did she turn? Question 2. Through what angle does one turn clockwise from north to east? Through what angle does one turn clockwise from north to east? Question 3. Kapongoso was facing the west. He turned anti-clockwise to face the northwest. Through which angle did he turn? The question says, Kapongoso was facing the west. He turned anti-clockwise to face the northwest. Through which angle did he turn? Question 4. I turned clockwise from east to west. What angle did I turn through? I turned clockwise from east to west. What angle did I turn through? Number 5. What angle is made by a clockwise turn from south to west? What angle is made by a clockwise turn from south to west? Number 6. Bonner was facing the north. He turned clockwise through an angle of 270 degrees. What was his new direction? Number 7. Annette was facing southwest. She turned through an angle of 135 degrees. Anti-clockwise. Find her new direction. I repeat, number 7. Annette was facing southwest. She turned through an angle of 135 degrees anti-clockwise. Find her new direction. So children, try out those 7 numbers. Please be critical. Remember, as we draw diagrams in mathematics, we use a sharp pencil. Don't forget to use a good handwriting. Remember to be neat. Please only write in the book when you observe that your hands are very clean. Don't dirt the book. I wish you the best. Stay safe.